That's football. We're live for another Euro 2024 watch along. It's been, well, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine with it. You know, this is the business end of the tournament. This is where you can be on your flight home. I know some people have been missing the 2 o'clock games and the 5 o'clock games. 5 o'clock games are back. They're just not back till Tuesday. But the next couple of days, we've just got 8 o'clock games. Of course, it's the last games of the group. It's all about Scotland, Scooby-Doo. They have got the opportunity to go through. They're up against Hungary. I don't really know with this one how it sort of plays out, really. It could be it could be great for Scotland. It could be a big night for Scotland tonight. On the other hand, it could be difficult. I think that... Look, the way it stands, Hungary can still go through themselves. I was just trying to figure it out. If they beat Scotland, they'd be in 3rd place. And with the right scoreline, that 3 points might be enough. Scotland, if they win, will be going through in some way, shape or form. And if they draw, they'll be going home. So draw's no good for anybody. A win for Scotland or Hungary gives them a chance. In relation to Germany and Switzerland, they're both through, really. I mean, if Switzerland pulled a shock off, they could top the group. But we'll keep an eye on that one. But really, it's all about Germany and it's all about... it's all about Scotland and it's all about Hungary. Should I do split screen or 2 screens for this, says Goldio? I don't know, Goldio. You do what you want to do. Nice T-shirt, Mark, says Ladios. Yeah, wow, I just threw something on. It probably cost about 80 quid. I didn't buy it. I refused to spend 80 quid on a T-shirt, but I would guarantee it probably did cost about that. But it is a nice T-shirt. But I remember I got it for my birthday. Thanks everybody who's tuning in. As always, make sure you subscribe and all that jazz. Thanks everybody who watched my video earlier about England as well. I've been wanting to do it for ages, but with so many games going on, like 3 games a day, it's impossible to just put out like a 10-minute, topic piece. But I did do it this morning about England, and I'm glad a lot of people watched it and enjoyed it. Yeah, very, very happy with that, and I hope you did enjoy it. Right, so look, we're going to go through some of the team news, of course. England play Tuesday. Lovely stuff. What's all that about there? Kieran Cherney's shirt. Well, he's not playing, is he? No, he's not. Yeah, no, he's not. Definitely not. Right, let me just put this tweet out. Come on, Scotland. Shall we go? I want Scotland to win. I just don't have that. And I don't have any Scottish family as far as I'm aware. But I just like them to stay in the tournament. I think it's a better tournament with them in it. Do I think they'll win? I genuinely don't know. I hope so. Hungary are... one of those teams where it's difficult to say how good they actually are. Obviously, they've got Szoboszlai. I actually have been a bit disappointed with Hungary, actually, because they are the sort of team now that tends to qualify a lot for tournaments, but they probably should be looking at this group and thinking about going through. Obviously, they still can do, but they've lost both their games, and deservedly so. Although they were fairly decent in the second half against Switzerland, which was one of the opening games. It feels a long time ago now, but it would have been last week, wouldn't it? They were good in the second half, but I thought against Germany, I mean, there was a skill gap. There was a skill gap, of course. But I think with regards to tonight's game, it really will come down to how Scotland approach this. Do they go on the front foot? Have they got the required skill sets to score enough goals to win the game? Hold on a minute. There we go. Let me just send that. Okay, let me have a look at these teams for you. 24. Scores and fixtures. Scotland against Hungary. Somebody just said, have Germany made any changes to their lineup, considering that they're going to get through? Havertz, Musiala, Gundogan, Wirtz, Andrik, Kroos, Kimmich, Rudiger. No, they've gone pretty strong, actually. Yeah, they've gone pretty strong. Scotland. Let me just save this. Let's call it Scooby. Where are you? There we go. I just want to get the Scottish team up. Players coming out on the pitch. Scotland. Or Scotland. Scotland line up as follows. In fact, I should just whack it on the screen for you. That'd be a lot easier. Scotland. There we go. Scotland's team on there for you. There it is. Yeah, that's there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Sorry, I've just got a lot of things on the sidebar that's to do with Germany and Switzerland, and we don't need it. It just makes it just too convoluted. Let me go back to that Scotland team and pause it for you. So Scotland lining up as follows. Gunn in goal. McKenna, Hanley, Hendry, Robertson, McGregor, Gilmore, Ralston, McTominay, McGinn and Adams. And then the Hungary team, they'll be hungry for 3 points. Don't worry about that. Galacci, Dardé, Orban, Botka, Kirkes, Styles, Schaefer, Boller, Sabozlai, Saleh and Varga. That's how they're lining up. And as I said, the winner takes it all. If Scotland win, they will go through. If they draw, they will go home. If Hungary win, there is a chance they go home because they'd only have 3 points. But if they win well, they could slip in as one of the third place teams with 3 points. It's possible that you can go through with 3 points tonight. Alves says Scotland won't win. Goldio says, Pol, 80 quid t-shirt or meet and greet with the Glazers. Mark, is your focus Scotland and Hungary? Yes. I think anybody who's watching Germany, Switzerland, I get it. And I will be keeping an eye on it. It's just the flick of a button. And it's very easy to do, unless you go the wrong way. Yeah, very easy to do. And I might move over there. But I think this game is just bigger. Please do subscribe, by the way. We are only 10 subscribers away from 182,000. What are your thoughts on Andy Murray career now he's retiring, says Goldio? I have got no interest in tennis, so you're wasting your time. Goldio, take a chill pill. This is the Mark Goldbridge show. It's not the Goldio show. And you are starting to talk a bit of shit. So I'm just warning you. You are getting a little bit overexcited. We don't want to talk about tennis. Come on, Scooby-Doo, says a Toro. And who do you think will win in the Scotland game, says Thomas? I'm going for Scotland. I'm going for Scotland tonight. Yeah. Don't Scotland have to score 4 goals, says Matty? Absolutely not. No, they've got 1 point. So if they get 4 points with a win, then they'll go through. 4 points, you'll go through. So no, they don't need to score 4 goals. They just need to win. Any victory for Scotland should be enough, says Alex. And doing any more watch-alongs with Will. Really enjoyed them, says Paddy. I enjoyed them as well. And it's funny because tomorrow night we are doing it from the Goldbridge Arms. So get ready to join us tomorrow night. I'll certainly have a pint with you tomorrow night. Getting ready for England on Tuesday. But yeah, we are in the Goldbridge Arms tomorrow night, back in there. He's been to Germany, so he can tell us about his adventures there. But tomorrow night, it's Croatia, Italy, isn't it? That's the game tomorrow. Albania, Spain. Spain are going through. Albania are going home. Croatia, Italy, to see who goes through in that group. Very excited about it. And obviously, in fact, the next few games are really good. Croatia, Italy for Group B. Tuesday, 5 o'clock, it's really Netherlands against Austria because Poland have gone home and France are finishing top. So Netherlands against Austria, shootout there. And then obviously Tuesday night, you've got England against Slovenia. And then Wednesday, we've got obviously Belgium's group, which is everybody's on 3 points at 5 o'clock. And then Group F, Czech Republic against Turkey, which will decide it. But will Ronaldo play against Georgia? Thank you for all the super chats. Big up Goldio and everybody. Appreciate that. Lee Berman's not touching another drop of beer until the weekend. I think it's a bit of a tradition that I have a beer when England are playing. So Scotland are playing a back five apparently. Mark says Switzerland. Kartik says Switzerland are already on 4 points. Anybody understand what Kartik's talking about? I think he might be struggling with Scotland will qualify if they get to 4 points. Yeah, they will. They might be in third place, but they'll qualify. 4 points will definitely qualify you in third place. There'll be teams who go through in third place with 3 points. So you'll definitely qualify with 4 points in third place. Matthew says not necessarily. Matthew, do you want to make a bet? I will bet you a fish and chip supper that every team who gets 4 points in third place will qualify. I've cleared the game. You will get quality. Four of the 6 groups qualify in third place. If you get 4 points, you will qualify. That anthem is immense and fire from an England fan, says Dan. Thank you very much, Dan. Appreciate your super chat. Right, we're ready to go here. Euros are back. Not a bad day for not having Euros games in the day, by the way, because it's been a lovely day in the UK today. We haven't had a great summer so far, but today was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, we're ready to go. SWFC says, do you think Sheffield Wednesday can go up? What league are you in these days? Are you in the Championship? If you're in the Championship, I wouldn't have thought so. I'd love to see Sheffield Wednesday back in the Premier League. It's, you know, for me, they're a traditionalist club from when I was growing up, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Bond says, no team has ever gone out with 4 points in third place. Exactly. He knows what he's talking about. What will come home first, Scotland or Jay Slater, says Will. You know what? There's a lot of jokes going around about that Jay Slater. And, you know, admittedly, some of them would be funny if he wasn't actually probably going to turn up dead. And that might shock a few people, me saying that. But in my experience, that's the only way that's going to end. And all the joking about it, you know, is... I'm just not quite comfortable about it. And also there's a lot of people saying he's a horrible kid, but do you actually know him? Or are you just reading stories about stuff? Like, I don't know. I think we can be quite blasé as a society sometimes about life and death. And, you know, I'm certainly not telling people what to think, but I think he's going to end. I think that's going to end up with a body, unfortunately. I've not clicked the clock here. Why is the clock not working? Oh, there it is. Oh, here we go. That's fine. What are we at? 36, 48. So let's wait for that. Why did I go to 48? I've got to wait now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Thank you very much. Steve says, always the optimist, Mark. He's been missing for 7 days, mate. It's not optimism, it's reality. He cracked a kid's head open with a machete. What? So you think he should die dehydrated in isolation? I mean, come on. Do you not believe in rehabilitation? He literally, yeah. So, all right. Allegedly, he's been in trouble for something in the past, so he deserves to die in the middle of nowhere in Tenerife. Come on, I think society's very harsh, very, very harsh. And I'm not getting into it. I've said my piece. You can crack on with what you want to think. I don't think it's funny. Volume seems a bit low, buddy. Not sure if it is me or you. Well, it's definitely you, mate. There's nothing wrong with it unless it's plain silly. No, it's absolutely fine. Turn it up. We're hitting yellow when I talk like that. And if I go any louder, it's hitting red. So there's nothing wrong with it. Scotland. Oh, that's a foul. Musiala is too good. Has he scored already? No. Would I take Van Nistelrooy at United, says Tommy? Yes, I would. Yeah, I'd love it. I really would. On Flower of Scotland, when will we see your like again? Come on, you idiot. Show some fight. Just because we are forever in England's shadow. Thanks, Supreme Court. Doesn't mean we need to play like them, says Jack. He's patriotic tonight. I'm English, Jack. I want you to win. So don't bring England into it. That's how the group looks at the moment. A draw would send Scotland and Hungary home, by the way. That's as it stands. They'd both have a point. But obviously, a win changes it around. Dan says, sorry, man, it's me. My Wi-Fi cut out briefly. Thanks, Dan. Those Spanish countrysides have seen some stuff. Lots of different cultures, like anywhere, I guess. Tenerife, no different, says Ryan. And any of the Scott team you'd take at United, Mark, says the big morph. Well, I've got one already. His name's Scott McTominay. I do think McGinn. We got linked to McGinn years ago, and I was like, what? But I do think McGinn, in the current United setup, could work. Do I think Man City are going to look at McGinn or Arsenal? No, I don't. But I think for United, it'd be decent. But Scotland, there's no point not attacking tonight. A draw is no good for either team. 1-0 doesn't necessarily help Hungary either. So if Hungary win 1-0, they'll be on 3 points with -3. I don't think that would get them through. So they've got to get some goals, Hungary, as well. So it should be quite open. Johnny says, I'm happy with Scotland. They've started off quite well. Would Ten Hag want Van Nistelrooy at United, says Bon? Oh, 100% they'll have run it by him, yeah. Just want to have a quick look at the Hungary Euro 2024 squad. Yeah. That's what I want to do. Just want to have a look at generally where they play their football. Obviously, the goalkeeper's Leipzig. Bournemouth, Kirkez. I don't think Kirkez is starting, actually. Let's have a look. I'm sure I didn't say Kirk. Oh, no, he is. Sorry, Kirkez is starting. Gazdag plays for Philadelphia Union. Szoboszlai, Liverpool. Styles is Barnsley. Yeah, again, they're a little bit like Romania. Not many players. Well, they've got more players in the Premier League than Romania, but they don't really have many players playing for decent teams. Auburn is Leipzig as well. But, yeah. Dan says, are you having a few drinks for the game? I very nearly did drink today because it's been such a lovely day. But because I know I'll be drinking on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm like, I've been good today. Possible for Hungary. Look at other groups, Mark, says Jack. Yeah, in relation to the third place playoff at the moment, and there is a game to go, Austria are in third with 3 points. Slovakia are in third with 3 points. Then you've got Slovenia and Scotland have got 2 points. And then you've got Albania and Czech Republic on 1 point. I don't think Albania will win. Look, it's really hard to predict who's going to get the third place playoff at the moment. Why are you drinking on Thursday? Because I'm out on Thursday night. There's no Euros games, so no Euros games on Thursday and Friday, so we're out. Oh, God, nearly dropped to Shea. Oh. Now Hungary on the attack. Good defending, though, by Andy Robertson. But a little flick to Shea Adams, and he was nearly in. But Hungary are in now. Don't shoot from there, you prat. He did! Gun. Well, I suppose when Gun's in goal, you can shoot from anywhere. But I can't believe he had a shot from there. It's bloody miles out. But he's bounced it up in front of the keeper, who really was not confident at all, was he? Top keeper just takes that into their body. And he's gone like that, like he thinks he's playing volleyball. England players hide behind international talent in club. You and your media are delusional, says Constantine. Mate, there's nothing delusional about me. Did you watch my video? Suhab says, get on the Germany game. Oh, this is I want to watch the game that's got something on it. Germany, Switzerland doesn't really have anything on it. I mean, look, I can flick very easily. It's not problematic at all. But Switzerland, of course, are my team in the sweepstake. So imagine it. I tell you what, I'd switch it on if Switzerland started winning, but I think Germany will win that. Come on, Scotland, you've got to score first in this. Remember, they go home if they don't win. They'll be the first club going home. They will. Poland are going home, but they don't go home until they've played their third game. Where has the Kimmich news come from, Mark? And how much would he cost us, says Zaid? It was on Caught Offside when we the article talking about Rabiot. And I think Kimmich has 1 year left on his contract at 29. I don't know what they'd look for, really. I've got no idea what Bayern Munich would look for, really. I mean, I would say they might look for 40. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. So let it get away. Goldio says, who decides which third place team plays who? It's already set up, mate. So I don't know how it works, but there are some last 16 games where it's like second in Group B play first in Group A. But then there's other games where first in Group C play fourth place from whatever group. But I don't know how they do it. I actually don't know how they pick who you play. Obviously, you can't get fourth place from your own group. But I don't know how they pick it. Paul says, we're halfway through the tournament already. We're not halfway through it on days. We've only actually had 9 days of the Euros, and the final is in 21 days. But volume of games in the group stage means that we are in number of games halfway through. Good start by Scotland. 77% possession is actually really good for Scotland. It just really is quite encouraging that they are the more dominant team here. So Hungary again, just not performing. Maybe their confidence is shot. Manuel says that Spain could potentially face Scotland in the last 16. Be a nice game for Spain then, won't it? I mean, look, it'd be nice for Scotland to get to the last 16. Who they're going to get to go through, I don't know. Scotland just knocking it around the back. That's an interesting ball over the top, but yeah, Hungary, bit of a weird approach here. You surely got to go a little bit more front foot. But as we know with Scotland, it's going to be scoring goals. Nice ball down the flank, but that's going to go out for a throw-in. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. It is interesting. Right. I can't even imagine Scotland against England, says Tao. I wouldn't, well, you know, I don't think England can play Scotland. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember. I'll double check. Where's Gordon? He's double his age and a much better keeper. I even think Clark is a better keeper and he can't even start for Hearts, says Jack. Swap Kimmich for Casemiro and Rashford for Kane, says Alan Casey. A draw for Scotland will be enough if Spain, Italy, Portugal and Turkey win. Wow. So you could go through with 2 points, Ben. That's mad. That is mad. I'm just looking here at the group schedule knockout stage. Funnily enough, in the knockout stage, 2 teams are already scheduled. Spain are playing on Sunday at 8 o'clock and Portugal are playing on Monday at 8 o'clock because they've both already qualified. What group? Oh, I'll just do it myself. What group are we watching at the moment? It's Group A, isn't it? Yeah, Group A, and England are in Group C. Is there any way? England could have played Scotland if Scotland had won their group and England came second. And yeah, England can't play Scotland because if England top the group, they play third place from Group D, E or F. I don't know why they can't play against someone from Group A. So, yeah, England are not playing Scotland in this tournament. Do you see Croatia getting through, Mark? Says Tarek. I think it's a massive game tomorrow between them and Italy, and Croatia have only got a point. So they're probably going to have to beat Italy tomorrow. I think Italy are an unknown. I thought they played well against Albania. I thought Spain were better than them. I thought Croatia played well against Spain, but 3-0 was a bit flattering. So I think it'll be a good game. Is Amrabat about to sign a 4-year deal with United, says Ash? I don't know. Have you heard something that I haven't? Sir Alex is watching the game, by the way. He's played the game. Oh, I was going to say, that's fine. How are Chelsea buying Kellerman, an 18-year-old with 2 appearances for Villa for 20 million? Yeah, Galatasaray are going to buy Wan-Bissaka, who has 170 Premier League appearances, for less than 10. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point. We've got a goal in the Germany game. Let's go. I keep going down to LBC News. Germany have scored. They're looking to see if it could be an offside. Musiala. They're looking at maybe it hitting his hand. And it's not been given. No goal. Foul. Musiala. No goal, Brev. Yeah, he does get him late, unfortunately. It was a good goal, though, by Germany, wasn't it? Bit harsh as Amir. I think it was a bit harsh, really. But, no goal. Just imagine the semi-final is Scotland versus England, says Jack. Mate, things that are more likely to happen than a Scotland-England semi-final in the Euros. Yeah. Titanic rises itself and starts shagging the Eiffel Tower. Harsh, but it's a foul, says Chian. Keeper made a mistake. It wasn't a good goal, Mark. Who's your favourite Swiss player, Mark? I do like Shaqiri. I know he played for Liverpool, but... Good day, Mark. Just wanted to say I love your work. You've helped me fall back in love with Man United, and it's this amazing sport. All the best, says Marcus, and that's good to hear. Thank you very much for your super chat, Marcus. Would you take the left back from Germany, Mark? Says Ali. I'd take the left back from IKEA at the moment. We haven't got one, so I would take any left back. To not have one all season is incredible. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I only ask because we were about 10 subscribers away from 182,000 on the road to 1.2. Could do it by the end of the Euros. So get involved. Everybody's welcome on That's Football. I sort of say everybody's welcome on the United stand, but it is a United channel. On here, everybody's welcome. Even City fans, just to take the piss out of you. Pappy says you should check out 442s. They've got you in your video. You should check out 442s anyway. I haven't seen the latest one, but I've been watching it for years. Fantastic work. Cross comes in. More likely Croatia actively wins the cup. World Cup, says Tao. VN says, Mark is my favourite European Trump supporter. Mate, I don't do politics on my own country, so I'm certainly not going to get involved in yours. Oh, Jack says, that's my prediction for the 2076 Euros. Scotland and England in a semi-final. Oh, Scotland will come again. I mean, look, to be honest, look at Wales. They're not even in the Euros, and they got to a semi-final a few years ago. You've just got to enjoy it while you can, and I think the Scots have certainly done that. Will they qualify for the next... Will they qualify for the World Cup? I think Scotland probably will qualify for the World Cup, because I think my local pub have got a chance of qualifying for the next World Cup. There's so many teams in it, but if you put Foden behind Kane, where would you put Bellingham? Says H though. Next to Rice in the 8. I don't know why we have to play two holding midfielders. Just because Southgate's a boring prat who folds his pants and irons his socks, most managers don't play two holding midfielders. Most managers play one and a box-to-box and a 10. Just put Bellingham as the 8. And also, Kane likes to drop in the midfield anyway, so we're swamped in the midfield. We don't need two holding midfielders. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it like that. I'm loving the Euros. I'm absolutely loving them. You know, even in my moan about England this morning, I still had to say at the start, I'm loving the Euros. I'm loving the atmosphere. I'm loving the game. I thought last night, Belgium-Romania was a fantastic game. One of my favourites of the tournament. And honestly, it was one of those I looked at and went, how am I going to make that interesting? But it was really good. Samuel says, what's your thoughts on Jay Slater, Mark? I don't like to say it. I think he's going to turn up like that doctor. It's extreme temperatures to be in your shorts and t-shirts a week ago. And I know people like conspiracy theories, but I just don't see it. Have you seen that Netflix one about J. Lloyd Samuel, the ex-Villa player? That one's... Look, I don't believe anything sinister's gone on there, but this is why conspiracy theories exist. If there's a gap, if there's any element of doubt, then people will speculate. And look, until they find the body, people are going to speculate. They might never find the body, by the way. It's not like you're looking in a bloody garage. They're looking in quite a significant area of Tenerife. Will Ireland ever play good again, to Satora? I think the big problem with Ireland is that after the sort of golden generation of Sir Jack Charlton, and then you had the likes of Robbie Keane and Roy Keane, and they had quite a few good players. You know, even people like Richard Dunn were handy, weren't they? I think the Irish FA sort of neglected the development of the game in Ireland, and it's set it back. It will come back. You know, Ireland will come back again. They just need to get... Look, England was shit between 2005 and 2014. We had very little coming through. So it just takes a few years to turn the tap on. Ian Hart was a good one, Kevin, yeah. Tao says, I'm kind of hoping that Romania go through. Great performance. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, that group. Lukaku's offside goals, 3 are in the second highest goal scorer stat in this Euros, behind own goals, 5, says Mojo. But they don't count, Mojo. Jack Glancy says, Barnes, Gordon and Livramento are eligible to play for Scotland, but they chose England over us. I mean, I don't blame them, but with Robertson, that would be a threat out wide. Surely... Well, Gordon's chosen England, but surely Harvey Barnes and Livramento could just choose Scotland. Like, they've not even been called up for England, so why would you make your choice? Or have they? Isn't it a massive difference for the general atmosphere when the tournament takes place in a football nation and not Qatar, says Pob. You know what? I actually didn't have a massive problem with the Qatari World Cup. I thought it had a good atmosphere. I just think the fact that it was at Christmas that was the problem for me. I never really had a problem with it being in Qatar. It was the fact that it was at Christmas. I had a right grump. I really, every angle I could, I took the piss out of that tournament. The balls, the 0-0s, the quality of the games. I just didn't like it at Christmas. I hated it. I just love it. I love the summer tournaments. Northern Ireland have got Conor Bradley. Ali says, one night stand with Ronaldo or Mia Khalifa. Well, I know who Ronaldo is. Who's the other one? Who do they play for? I did nearly say she. I rumbled myself. I'm having a stretch. Oh. I'll tell you what about stiff. My back's stiff. Cross comes in from Scotland. Still 0-0 in both these games at the moment. What the fuck? Thought the referee was blowing up then. The game just seemed to stop. Lovely ball. Has he got the pace? He's got to go wide left. Hungary on the break. Scotland have got the numbers back. Terrible cross, but it will go for a corner. James says, what do you think about Scooby-Doo as a super sub striker? I think it could do United a lot of good. I think when you are a club that is trying to build to compete with Arsenal and Liverpool and hopefully Man City, then if you've got Scott McTominay as a sub-striker, you're sending the wrong message. McGinn's getting it this evening. 3 fouls on him, says Hulls. Tao says she plays for Southgate PC, midfielder. Switzerland have scored. Hold on. Wow. Germany can't believe it. My team. Switzerland 1-0 up. It's Ndoye, second goal of the tournament. He's loving it. Oh, is he offside though himself? That's going to be tight. That is going to be tight. He's took it well. Lineker, Mexico 86, getting on the end of a cross. But I think there might be an element of offside in this. Oh, God. How many goals are we getting ruled offside for the narrowest of margins? Let's just have a look. I think he's just off like Caleb and Smoked Goo. Patrick says it looks just offside as well. It's Given. It's Shay Given. Well, I don't know why we're surprised because it did look tight, so it was obviously on. There we go. Swiss are top of the group at the moment, says J-Mart. Yes, they are. Wow, that's exciting in that game. We can flick back and forth, don't worry. I'm not giving up on Scotland. Mike says, I need to see that offside line. You will do, mate. Rudiger kept him on side, says Ken. Switzerland, the dark horse, says Jack. Well, I think that Switzerland to me look very good in the first half of every game, but in the second half they have faded. But they've got some good players, Switzerland. Xhaka, well used to playing against Germans. Obviously Akanji, Shah. If Switzerland gets the quarterfinals, they're the dark horse. Like it's all contextual, isn't it? Man United need this Swiss Ndoye. A free kick to the... Oh, Szoboszlai might take this. 30 yards out. CHS says, spoiler, Scotland game ends 0-0. If Germany, I've got it all here. If Germany finish second, they would play top of 2A, plays 2B. Which would probably be Italy. It's a bit weird how they've done it, actually, because 2A play 2B. That's quite a tough one. I suppose it's fair, isn't it? Winner of this group will play second in England's group. So probably Denmark. Spain have won their group and Portugal have won their group. Cross in from Szoboszlai. Headed away from the corner by Scotland. Bit of head tennis, but they'll get rid of it now. To be or not to be, says your true self. Yes, good one, good one. Yeah, Switzerland top of the group at the moment. Yeah, if you're not aware of how it's going to work in the Euros, we play through all the groups now until Wednesday night, and then the last 16 are played Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 2 games a day at 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And then the quarterfinals come back on the Friday and the Saturday, and then the semi-finals are on the following Tuesday and Wednesday. Yazir has given me a dilemma, as Hungary are on the attack with Szoboszlai. It's a bad pass, although it's not. He's kept it in. He's in the box. Scotland got loads of players back, though. Edge of the box. Hungary just having a little bit of a go here at the moment. Good defending by Scotland, though. Mark, you are sleeping, and a lion is at the door, and a tiger is at the window. So where are you escaping from? Do I need to escape? Can't I just go back to sleep? As long as my door's locked and the window's closed, I'll be there like this at the window to the tiger. Go and have that. What are you going to do about it? Try and break your way through. It's triple glazing. And if you do, you'll probably cut yourself. And as you try and get through the double glazing, I'm going to be there to knock you out. Southgate is England right where he wants them. 4th place is A7. Yeah, Yazir, you also said I'm sleeping as well, so... But if if I had to get out, I'll probably punch myself, not punch myself. I'll punch my way through into the attic, and then I'll punch my way through some tiles, and the tiger will probably hear me then. Have you seen the Hawk video on Twitter today? And what about Pinto said about City today? I haven't seen that video, Howder. I've seen what Pinto has said about City, but yeah, he's basically said that he expects Man City to get done with criminal charges, and he's going to leak some. He might leak some more information out, but I guess we'll have to wait and see if he actually does. Switzerland beating Germany 1-0 at the moment is the big story. But one of these teams need to score. And that was always my fear about Scotland, is whether they can actually score goals. Hungary on the attack. Watched a good film last night. Not going to tell you what it is. Nah, I will. Sexy Beast, Ray Winston. What am I supposed to do? Why have I got Cher in the head? That's somebody the other night, that is. Would you rather have a nightmare after being attacked by Darth Vader, a shark, or a polar bear? This is Marcus. Would you rather have a nightmare about being attacked by Darth Vader, a shark, or a polar bear? Mate, I've had all three. I'm a creative. I have loads of nightmares. I have loads of good dreams as well. But I've always had loads and loads of nightmares from a young age. I don't know whether anyone else gets them, but I've been killed by Darth Vader more than bloody them young Jedi. He always turns up. What's the worst nightmare you've ever had? Oh, I don't want to talk about. I've had some horrible ones. 38 minutes. This is a boring game, Scotland. It's just... Oh, McGinn, cross straight to the keeper. As it stands, it could be England, Germany in the quarterfinals, says JJ. Mate, if we get to the quarterfinals, I'll take it. Let's just have a quick look what's happening in the other game. 1-0 still. It's a good game. Really good. You can just instantly see, just by watching 60 seconds, the difference in quality of players. But there you go. Tar is out of the last 16, Mark. He's had a yellow card, apparently. Hi, Mark. What are your thoughts on making the offside line thicker, or say a 10cm allowance? Allows for more goals, yet it keeps it fair for both teams, as Legendary Man. How can you make the line thicker? It is what it is. This game needs a goal. Preferably for... Oh, right on the edge of the box. Right in his face. Free kick. Shea Adams. I don't think he'll get booked for that. But it's definitely going to be a free kick. Right on the edge. High foot. Rest in peace, younglings. They stood no chance against Vader, says Dale. Right, let's see what happens with this free kick. Szoboszlai's had a lot of crap in this tournament, hasn't he? And Gakpo. Must just be a Liverpool thing. Hard to score from here because you've got to get it up and over. He's gone for a cross. Oh my God, what a miss. He might have been offside anyway, but he's dinked it to the back post. He's 2 yards out and he's headed it over the bar. He would have been offside. He would have been offside. But he should have bloody scored. Do an either or on Xhaka or Rice, says Rub. Okay, okay. Xhaka or Rice. I thought Xhaka was a bit hit and miss at Arsenal, but his final year, when you were second to Man City, I thought he played really well. The year before he went, Switzerland are living dangerously, says Gotham. Lucas says Rice will win because of popularity. Oh, well, I think he's also a better player, to be fair. A7 says the commentary are repeating what you're saying, Mark. Well, I don't know how they're doing that unless they're listening. Jake says, anyone know when Scotland are turning up? Any news on Ten Hag yet, Mark, says Alex. Well, he's got the job. Mark, a watermelon, the Azir's back again. A watermelon is growing and there are tomatoes growing underneath it and the watermelon falls. How many tomatoes do you think will break? Mate, I'm bored now. I thought the lion thing was interesting. Now that's just stupid. AP says, I don't understand why both Scotland and Hungary are being so defensive. A draw causes both of them to not qualify. You know what I think it is? I think it's a bit like a boxing match where it's a bit like Usyk and Fury, where we thought this is going to go off, and actually it was quite tactical. And then the last 10 minutes, they'll go for it. So, oh no. I thought it was a good switch of the play. Oh, if he gets it. Oh, I tell you what. Who's he booking here? I thought it was the Scottish player who was worse. He's giving the foul to Scotland. Fair play to the ref. I thought it was going to go the other way. Let's have a look. How is that a foul by the Hungarian? Look, very 50-50 to me. Yeah, he's booked him. He might have got it right. I didn't. It looked a bit. It looked dangerous on both parties, really. Andy Kane, thanks for the super chat. Joshua's just tuned in. How's the game going? I think it will liven up in the second half. I mean, look, to be fair, Switzerland are beating Germany 1-0, which will be a bit of a reality check for Germany if they don't win. Goldio says, Shea Adams is dreadful. Get Scooby Snacks up front. He's offside here. Oh, no, they're going to clear it anyway. I know that you are waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6, but are you waiting for a game that you will play on PS5, like Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed, maybe streaming, says Howder. I ain't got any time for that at the moment, mate. I mean, I'll definitely do Grand Theft Auto, but no, nothing's taking my fancy. Kenneth says, both teams are just not very good, and that's why it's a draw. Jake says, I don't get why Germany's goal was disallowed. Foul by Musiala in the build-up. Andy Ford says, neither of these teams should even be in the Euros. Never mind qualify for the last 16. Bored shitless. And do you think how archaic the FA and the Premier League are will stop the England team evolving? Things like the 3 PM blackout are so old-fashioned, says Lee. Shot over the box from Szoboszlai. Who scored for Switzerland, says Pyro? Endoy. I'll tell you what, somebody said in the chat there, you should talk about how many people have been slipping over in this tournament, and there has been a lot of slips. It is half time, but I also think that there's been a lot of shots over the bar as well. It's only got 2 minutes added on here. Germany just on the attack. Half time in the Scotland game. And he's blown up for half time there. Germany losing 1-0. Midsummer Murders on ITV. Screw that. If Bayern, Dortmund, Leipzig, Leverkusen and Stuttgart had played in the Premier League last season, where do you think they'd have finished, says Poppy. I mean, mate, do you want me to go and do your shopping for you as well? How much of a list is that? Well, Leverkusen were the best team in I'm going to do one. Leverkusen won the Bundesliga, so I would put them behind Arsenal and City, and probably either third or fourth. certainly fourth. I think they'd have finished above Villa. Would they have finished above Liverpool? I don't know. I'd put Leverkusen third or fourth. Carrick or Alonso, says Imprezek. And are you still going to US for the Man United tour? If you have to go to see Inter Miami too, says Who to Blame. Thank you very much. I don't think I am. It was bloody expensive to sort out this year, and I don't think I'm going to get to go because I've got my book as well coming out that week. Paul says Leverkusen were a one-season wonder. That may be. I mean, Napoli did it the year before, didn't they, in Italy? But they were a very good team for that 1 year. And let's be honest, Bayern have shit themselves because they're going big in the transfer market to make sure it doesn't happen again. Rice has beaten Xhaka 65% to 35%, which was probably inevitable, really. Germany showing signs of weakness. They are way too narrow, says Ulf. It's interesting, isn't it? I said this about Germany. I think I saw Lineker or somebody saying that Germany were electric last week. And I thought, yeah, he's right. They have looked very, very good. But they've played these two teams we've just watched for 45 minutes who are shit. Like, Germany have looked good against Scotland and Hungary. And Switzerland are decent, and suddenly Germany aren't as dominant as they have been. In all fairness to England, if we played Scotland and Hungary, we might not play well, but I'd expect us to win both games. France haven't really got going yet, but if they played Scotland and Hungary, then I think they'd be winning by quite a lot. So I think that Spain, I agree with Jeremy, have been the standout team of the tournament so far. Germany, I always felt that Germany were a little bit in the dark horse category in the sense that they could grow into the tournament. They came in with very, very low expectations, and obviously being the host nation, they started off well, but I wouldn't be saying Germany are going to be blowing away the Frances and the Spains and the Portugals yet. They're going to have to go through a few more gears. And I think the German public are quite realistic to that. It might be external public that are, thinking Germany are one of the favourites. I don't think Germany are one of the favourites. I want them to stay in the tournament because the same as South Africa in 2010, it's always a bit sad for a tournament when the hosts go out because the host nation are, the host nation, so you want them to feel part of it. But yeah, let's watch this space with Germany because they have had two pretty straightforward games so far. Swiss tactics are spot on, says Rub. They know who, when, and how to press. Yakin is underrated. I wish England had someone like him. Look, they're my team in the sweepstake, and I put them forward as one of the dark horses with Austria. So I'm not surprised. Could we poll the chat? What with winner stays on? Who will win the Euros, please? Says Alex G. Okay, we'll try it. Look, all right. I don't know whether it's going to work. So first two in who will win the Euros. Winner stays on. We've got Germany and Portugal. That came in from Alex G. What's worth, egg breath or fish breath? Says Donny. Oh God, I don't want to think of either. Thanks, I really don't. Germany have had chances, but need to do better in the second half. And I need Scotland to win because Hungary are dirty foulers. Says Louise O'Donoghue. Thank you, Louise. Cock N says I think Hungary will win. Well, I think whoever wins this game, if they go through, they're going to go out in the last 16. It would just be so nice for Scotland to go through and have another few days in Germany, but they're going to get absolutely turned over by a better side. They both are. So the thing about the disappointing thing about Hungary and Scotland is that when you look at Romania or you look at I'm trying to think. Romania. Who else? There's another team that's not that. Well, Romania are the big example, aren't they? Like, Romania have actually played really good football, despite not having many good players. Scotland and Hungary have got some decent players. I mean, I actually think squad-wise, Albania have been well drilled as well. Yeah, that's another example. Squad-wise, Scotland and Hungary have got a better squad than Romania, and yet Romania have played better football. And Georgia, to be fair. So the disappointing thing for Scotland and Hungary is that their football's been shit comparative to weaker nations who've come in and played more expansive. But Scotland were always going to come, especially with Steve Clarke, and play pragmatic ball. Thankfully, I think we've seen a reinvention of international football in the Euros that we didn't see in the past Euros or even in the World Cup. I think international football has always been quite pragmatic and slow, and we're seeing teams have a go and play on the front foot, which I have enjoyed. I don't know who they are. I think they look like they're rugby players. Oh, it's Gabby Logan's son and husband, isn't it? Yeah, I should be loving that. VAR has ruined international tournaments. I get offside is offside, but by a foot or inches has ruined the Copa America and the Euros. It says randomness. Don't agree, but maybe some do. Does Scotland go through if they win, says Rainmaker? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Let me just show you. So that's how the table looks at the moment. As it stands, because Scotland and Hungary are drawing. So Hungary would have their first point and Scotland would have their second point. And Switzerland are beating Germany, so they would be ahead of them. If Scotland win, they'd have 4 points. And that will get them through, because no team has never not gone through with 4 points in third place. So they would go through if they win. There is a chance that Hungary could go through with 3 points as well, but they've got to win to do it, of course. Stuart Pearce said, drop Jude. Check his hard drive, says Goldio. Thank you very much for that. Let me just tell you in the Germany game what I haven't told you. I will just get you the stats. I mean, this might be quite depressing. Let me just say the stats in half-time for, I mean, Scotland are terrible. I didn't want to show you, but that is shit. No corners, no shots on target. It's really crap. I mean, Hungary are more hungry. More shots, more tackles. Scotland, it's been possession with no end product. Really, really, really poor from Scotland, actually. I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? They've not had a shot at all. You need to win the game, lads. You need to win the game, and you're playing absolute shite. Interestingly, the stats in the Germany-Scotland game, 7 shots to 2 for Germany, 70% possession to 30 for Germany, but only 1 shot on target each. So Germany have been the better side, but Switzerland at the moment holding that lead. Mark, would you rather fight a kangaroo with a machete or a 4-year-old polar bear or an ape with boxing gloves? I reckon a 4-year-old polar bear's a trap. I think it's a trap. I think a 4-year-old polar bear is probably quite big still, so I'm not doing that. You're not getting me on that. 4-year-old. It's probably bloody huge. I don't like the idea of fighting a kangaroo with a machete, because I could knock it out anyway. I don't need machete. That's just cruelty. Why would I want a machete? Like, I'm going to really cause it some damage then. I'll just do it hand to hand and knock it out. So I don't need a machete. What was the other one? An ape with boxing gloves. Again, it's probably going to get knocked out. I don't need the boxing gloves. I probably would choose that, because the boxing gloves are going to cushion some of the punches a little bit. So yeah, in the interest of the animal, who, if it gets in the ring, it's compliant, you know, it's signed the contract, then probably, yeah. Because if I punch the kangaroo without boxing gloves, it's going to be knocked out for a week, and that's not fair. Oh no, apparently you're fighting the kangaroo with a machete. Oh no, the kangaroo might have a machete. I don't care, I still knock it out. It's got little arms. What's it going to do? Wave it at me. Anyway, I always like those sort of chats. Remember Goldbridge, the Goldbridge agony bridge is still here if you need a bit of help. I mean, somebody went on a date tonight. We'll hopefully find out tomorrow what happened. The 4-team thumbnails look great, says Hulls. Yep, thank you very much for that. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the channel. I think we've nearly hit 182,000, but bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. We're on the road to 1.2 million. That's football. You're all very, very welcome. We're loving the Euros, yeah. I think the graphics have been fantastic. And I do like the 4-player thumbnails too. Agony Bridge is great, says Doogie. An ape would batter you, says Mike. Whatever. Just because you can get knocked out by an ape, Mike, doesn't mean the rest of us can. Some of us have got moves. I'll just drop my shoulder, it'll throw a punch, and it'll be a roundhouse with an ape. It will throw a roundhouse, I'll see it coming, I'll duck, and then I'll come up with an uppercut, and its whole head will shake as its chin heads for Mars. See you later. Nighty night. You don't need any bedtime stories with Goldbridge. Knockout. It's a knockout. How about a polar bear, Patrick? I can't fight a polar bear. A polar bear is going to absolutely demolish me. Is there one footballer you could outrun? Who? Oh, I don't know, mate. If you've seen me in the charity games recently, I'm slower than a bloody bag of cement. I don't think that there can't be a current footballer that's slower than me. You've got to, you know, I am slow now, which surprises me because when I played in the beta squad game, somebody said, "Look how slow Daniel Sturridge burned Goldbridge for pace there." I'm like, Daniel Sturridge is a professional footballer who has played for England in major tournaments and Liverpool, and he's only 34. I'm in my 40s. Daniel Sturridge would be quicker than me at 34 if I was 22. But there was people on the beta squad charity game going, ah ha ha, look at Goldbridge getting burned by Daniel Sturridge. I'm like, he's 34. He's 10 years younger than me, and he's actually quick. And also, when you hit 38, unless you're bloody Ronaldo, your pace goes out your arse. One day you wake up, you go for a shit, you go on a run, and you realise you've shat out your pace. It's gone. If there was one footballer you could outrun, yeah, I don't think there is one move. Yeah, you literally do wake up one day in your late 30s and you can't run anymore. You can run. Oh, you can go on a jog. Don't worry about that. Your jogging pace is there. I'd love it if it wasn't, but your sprint is gone. Right, second half. Let's go. Second half about to start. Scotland need to have a shot if they're going to score. They've had no shots at all in that first 45 minutes. Absolutely dreadful. Let's get ready. Come on, let's take it. Let's take it. Let's go. Come on, get on with it, you stupid bloody ref twat. Come on. It started now. Would you rather live in the Arctic or the desert, says Who to Blame. I think I'd moan either way. Too cold, too warm. I've got to tweet this. Well, it would be an improvement for Scotland if they could have a shot. Yes, definitely. Daniel says, my firstborn passed at birth last night. That's horrible news, Daniel. Really sorry about that. I'm sure a lot of people in the chat will share my condolences and thoughts with you and your other half. Really, really sad to hear that, Daniel. There's not a lot I can say. You've got to go through what is a very difficult time. And yeah, thoughts are with you, buddy. That's all I can say. Goliath says there's a player in Japan who's got 58 pace. Could he outrun you? Probably. Rub says Mark's quicker than Mudrick. 1 minute. Nice to see everyone in the chat sending their condolences and love to Daniel. Thank you, everyone. As a Mexico fan, I'm sad to see Alvarez's injury last night, says Arturo. It's such a pain, isn't it? You know, major tournament when you don't have you know, an abundance of top players, and then you get an injury. It's a bit like the Netherlands, isn't it? Losing Frenkie de Jong and Koop Miners. They're still a good team, but that's a significant couple of players to lose. What's your favourite former player manager's book? I actually, look, it probably hasn't aged that well, but I said this last night. I used to go on holiday quite a lot in the early noughties to like Portugal, Mallorca, places, you know, typical sort of resort holidays for a week or two, and out at night, food, drink, and in the day it'd just be by the pool or on the beach. And I just, you know, you just want to switch off, don't you? So I'd always take a couple of books to read, and yeah, so I've read quite a lot over the years, and I think I really remember liking Tony Adams's book because he'd played for the Arsenal team that had won things, but he'd also played in Euro 96, World Cup 98. So his international and domestic career was very interesting, and he was a recovering alcoholic. So it was a very good book. I really enjoyed Tony Adams's book. There are others. I think Paul Merson's wasn't bad actually. Man United players. I did like Roy Keane's. Oh, Hungary. It's at the keeper, but it's not on. It's not got any power on it. You don't really tend to get. I tell you what. Here's a good point. You don't get good autobiographies by players anymore because, like we said, 20 years ago, we got more individual goals. We got more worldies. Football's become quite formulaic, hasn't it? Quite structured. And I think footballers have become quite boring as well because it's all about percentages, isn't it? So players aren't drinking. They're not doing other things. You know, you don't get those edgy players anymore. So the books they're going to write, you don't get that many. I mean, apparently Peter Crouch's book wasn't that bad. I've not read it, but... Can you do a poll on Bellingham or Musiala? All day gamer, I feel like we've done that every bloody Euros match, so no. What era of Man United lineups do you think had the best rosters, as Killen? Well, rosters have changed, haven't they? I think when you look at the 90s, you didn't carry as big a squads. Squads have got bigger over the years, so... Man United's best roster is probably 2008. McTominay there. He pulled out, to be fair. Oh, no, he did catch him a little bit. Mark, I just remembered I saw a guy that just looked like you the other day at Aldi. I don't know if he's your brother. I was going to ask him if he knew you, but didn't, says Yazir. Yeah, wouldn't be me and Aldi, mate. Got nothing against Aldi. Got nothing against Aldi, but it wasn't me. I've not been in an Aldi for a long time. There is an Aldi in Solihull, but I haven't been in it for probably 18 months. I just saw that Luis Diaz is on 55k a week. Who is your most underrated player in the Premier League? I mean, Drexel, I know what you mean. Only 55k a week. But then say those words back as a normal human being. Only 55k a week. 55k a week. I mean, it is cheap. Most footballers are on 3 times that who play for Liverpool. But 55k a week. Ooh. What's that a year? It's over 2.5 million, isn't it? Maybe touching 3. Oh, it's about what I'm on. No. I am flicking back. Germany and Switzerland still 1-0. I do think Germany will get back into that. He'd lose half of that for tax. Yeah, well, that's tax, isn't it? My partner says all sweat, no banter. Said she wanted me to propose in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, but I wasn't listening, so I proposed in front of Goldbridge. Now I'm single. Scooby-Doo misses next game, says Dan. Has he been booked? Well, Man United fans know he gets booked a lot. He gets booked a lot. Talking of books, see what I did there? He gets booked a lot. Talking about books, I'm brilliant. Talking about books, if you're going on holiday this summer, what better book to read than this? It's out at the end of July. Scan the QR code, pre-order it, Audible. You could listen to it in reality. Worldwide, go onto the Amazon link by scanning the QR code. If you want a signed copy, go to WH Smith. Audible as well, but we've also got a competition ongoing at the moment where once you've ordered your books, you can enter the competition. We've got some brilliant prizes. We're going to be in the Goldbridge Arms tomorrow night for the the Croatia-Italy game, but you can be in the Goldbridge Arms as well, having a pint with us by pre-ordering the book and entering the competition. Check it out. Scan the QR code. Have a go. And I'll pin the link in the live chat for you if you don't know how to scan a QR code, because Gems is a gem, and as put the link in the chat as well. Thanks, everybody. They don't clear bookings until the quarterfinals. Amazing Crapo. He says, do they not clear bookings after the group games? And they do it there. Lee Berman's entered the competition. Yeah, what we're going to do is, with the Goldbridge Arms thing, we will probably award, it says 1, but I've already amended it. We're probably going to give it out to about 10 people, because the Goldbridge Arms can easily fit 10 in. And then you can come in one afternoon, have a couple of drinks with us, bit of a chat, and yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, the 2 yellow card rule clears after the round of 16, but then comes back again. So let me put it like this. Who do you think is going to get to the final? Let's pretend France. So Kante gets booked twice in the group stage. He misses the last 16. He comes back for the quarterfinal, gets booked, and gets booked in the semi-final. He misses the final. Let me correct myself. Moira is playing the Portugal second tier at 57. Goliath, I don't know what you're on about. Up Japan, he says. I think Ronaldo will be playing in the World Cup at 41. I just think that's his... Whether he'll be any good or not, I think he's absolutely going to be focused on doing that. Oh, yeah, Hungary, 4v4. Sabozlai, what a... Oh, it's worked. I thought it was a shit pass. He's got an overlap. He's going to shoot. Goes for a corner. Wants a handball. Not going to get it. The game's starting to open up now. I told you it wouldn't second half. And it is. Oh, Ronaldo needs to be able to enter the USA. That is the only fly in the ointments. What did you think of Ozark? I miss it. I enjoyed it, and I miss it. I wasn't convinced by the end, but I think that's always the problem with any TV series. The end can be quite disappointing because sometimes you just don't know what you want the end to be. Corner coming in here from Hungary. Good header away. Scotland have defended well. They just haven't had any shots. Germany, who will win the Euros, Germany or Portugal? I mean, it doesn't really work. 51%, but you know, there's other teams. I'm going to come up with a better poll than that to vote in. Either or. I'm going to come up with an absolute cracker. It's going to be the best poll you've ever seen. You're all going to laugh when you see the poll. It's Ronaldo versus Messi with a twist. It's Ronaldo now or Messi now. Not at their best, now. Right now. Ronaldo in the Euros and in Saudi against Messi in the MLS and the Copa America. Who is the better player now? Ronaldo or Messi? Get in the chat. Probably going to get clipped. Mark, is the signed version of the book only for the UK, says Alloy? It is. It is. But if you know someone in the UK, you can get it shipped. It's not a fair poll. Why? What's not fair about That's Football doing a Messi Ronaldo now poll? Like, there's no demographic that's going to be like, it's a fair poll. Nova says Messi hasn't existed past the World Cup. I don't think that's fair, though, because I've not seen Ronaldo play at all since he left Man United. Like, I haven't watched him in Saudi, and I haven't watched Messi in the MLS. So, Pogba or Balotelli, only one that matters. Pogba, Goliath. Let's have a quick look here. Still half an hour to go. Still 0-0. If it finishes 0-0, I am going to scream. How can it be 0-0 when you need to fucking win to stay in the tournament? Emir says that Messi has single-handedly turned Miami into title contenders. Yeah, but that's like Messi signing for my pub team and turning us into title contenders. You know, it's not a major statement. You'd expect it. Like, you know, he is one of the greatest players ever to play the game, even at that age. And if you put him in the MLS, look at what Beckham did in the MLS. Mark's declared a war in the comments. Well, it's an interesting conversation. We're here to have conversation, you know. I think Hungary are going to win this game. You know why? You know why? You know why I think Hungary are going to win this game? Because we've had exactly an hour, and Scotland have only had one shot. It's incredible. there's a sub here by Hungary. Park Ji-sung or Nani, says Donny. We don't need any of that. We've got a great poll going on at the moment. Ronaldo's on 58% and Messi's on 42%. I thought it'd be a little bit closer, actually. It's a long time since I've done a Messi versus Ronaldo poll. And we're doing it based on them right now. Need a stretch. My legs are hurting me today. I don't know why. They really are. I've got me bloody tartan pyjama bottoms on as well. Come on, Scotland. Germany are still losing 1-0. Benteke's got more goals in the MLS than Messi, says Arturo. Is Benteke in the MLS? There we go. I'll answer the question for you, Donny. Park Ji-sung or Nani? It's a really good one, that. It's very Man United centric. Park Ji-sung was unbelievable. Good player, but also amazing work rate. In the modern game, people would love him. Nani, on his day, unstoppable, but could be inconsistent. Depends what you want in your team, really. I think I'd want Ji-sung Park at United at the moment. Also ridiculously unselfish, so he would be creative. I really like Nani, but I think I'd go Ji-sung Park in the current United team if I had to bring one back. Because what United need is, and doesn't have, is consistency. We don't need another player who's, you know, brilliant one game and then not off it the next. Scotland are playing like they want to draw, which is incredible to me. They've got to go for it. They've got to go for it at some point. Scooby-Doo, aha, aha, I still say Scooby-Doo, biddy-biddy-bidoo, Scooby-Doo. Cross comes in, it's Hungary. Well, that is weird, but it's found the back post and over the bar. You'll need the Ghostbusters to find Scooby-Doo, says Rainmaker. He has had a quiet game, but the thing about Scooby-Doo is he can just pop up with a goal at any point. Shaggy? How far do you think England will get in the tournament? If England go out before the quarterfinals, it'll be so disappointing. I absolutely believe we'll hit the quarterfinals at least. Edge of the box, Szoboszlai, good tackle by Robertson, play for the same team. It's all Hungary at the moment though. Scotland can't get out their own half. Hungary are really trying to engage Scotland high up the pitch. No, I'll still. If England get knocked out, I have turned the tournament off before. Like, I didn't watch Czech Republic, Germany in Euro 96. No. And I didn't watch Argentina, Germany in 90. I was a petulant, moody child, and I took my ball and I went home. Everyone was like, but it's at Wembley, we're the host tournament. I said, I don't care, I'm taking the dog a walk. You never take the dog a walk. I said, well, I am. A bloody long walk. It's going to be the best long walk it's ever had. And I went off to the Vale of Beaver and I took 4 hours. I didn't care. But if England got knocked out in the group stage or the last 16, I would still watch to the end of the tournament because I've really enjoyed it. But it's a bit like Germany staying in. You know, if England stay in, it just makes it a little bit more Interesting. Mark, answer the question, Vidic or Ferdinand. It's the first time I've seen the question, Hammer. What are you bloody talking about, you moody, rude prat? I'll answer the question easily. I've answered this question years and years and years. I've been answering this question since 2005 when they were playing. Actually, I don't know where Vidic had signed in 2005. What year did Vidic sign in? I'm trying to think. I can't remember the year he signed. To guess, I would say Vidic and Evra signed in 2004 or 5. 6. 2006, okay. Vidic over Ferdinand for me. For a multitude of reasons, I find Vidic more likeable and did as a player. I think his attitude was just, he'd head a ball of steel. Traditional centre-back. But as a ball player and speed, Rio was quicker. No doubt about that. And he was a good centre-back, but I just always preferred Vidic. Foul for Hungary. I've always... Look, I don't like John Terry for obvious reasons, but as a defender, really liked him. I liked Tony Adams. I just like a centre-back that's going to put their body on the line and win every aerial duel and be physical. I mean, that tackle at White Hart Lane with the camera looking down on the Spurs player. Oh, I just love it. I just love it. Little dink. Gun. I'll tell you what. In this tournament, there's been so many collisions. Oh my God, that Hungary player looks bad. Yeah, he looks bad. I don't like the look of that. He looked like he was convulsing or something. He is moving, so hopefully he'll be okay. He just looked like very, very dazed. Oh my God, they've got... They've got blankets up. Who's the twat with his fucking phone? Welcome to society in 2024. Who's got the fucking phone out? Fucking hell. Show some respect, mate. He's got fucking blankets round him. This is Ericsson all over again, isn't it? There's a potential penalty check as well. Oh, this is making me sick. I don't like this. The Hungarian manager was going mad because they were strolling onto the pitch, but you know, this is what football is. You know, football is rivalry, it is intense, it is competitive, but when stuff like this happens, it's just, I don't know what happens. Oh my God, his hand's in the air like that. He's been knocked out cold. I didn't see what happened. Why have they shown it back? Why did they show it back? I didn't even focus in on that player. I don't know what happened to him. what actually happens to him? He doesn't get... I don't even know what happens to the player who gets injured. It doesn't seem to be a connection with the goalkeeper. Sus says he landed on his head full weight, brutal. Twitching is a seizure. Hopefully, it's a seizure, and that's why they've got the blankets up, because he's having a fit. And if he's having a fit, they'll be able to deal with it. And I know that sounds bad in the sense that you're saying hopefully he's had a seizure, but what I'm saying is there could be more sinister reasons why the blanket's up. If he's having a seizure, they don't want the cameras to watch it. So, I don't know. But on the I'm surprised they showed the replay, because it's very serious what's happened. So they don't normally show it, but I don't know what happened, because he landed on his head full weight, says Sus. But what made him go down? Pizza says, can Mason Mount bounce back? I'm not really bothered about Mason Mount at the moment. Well, an understandable delay in this game at the moment, which I think we can all understand. The Switzerland-Germany game is still 1-0. They're obviously still playing. This one's going to be delayed, and they can take as long as they want to take. I think when these things, as I said, happen, our community and everybody who's part of the football community doesn't really care how long it takes. He got seriously knocked out. I don't know what happened. I was looking at a completely different player. They've took him out of the stadium. Now, this is interesting because there's a potential penalty check. And as part of that, you've got to watch the incident, haven't you? Now, do they show us the incident? Did the keeper connect with him? Because I don't know whether the keeper connected with him or not. Drop ball. Check over. No penalty. He got elbowed by the keeper. I'm with Blake. He didn't seem to connect with anybody. No penalty, so... Ravens Claude says, I can't see a collision either. It's very difficult for the camera guy not to give you that couple of seconds that we all saw, and it was very obvious very quickly that something wasn't right. His hand was in the air, twisted. His head reacted like he'd gone into an immediate seizure, so something's gone on there. Kyle said he didn't seem to get touched. Something happened to him mid-air. Reese the Beast says, where do you think manners have gone in society? I just don't know why people... I'm not calling that individual out. I bet there was hundreds of people in that stadium filming it, but that's the society we live in now. People get the fucking phone out, and I just don't understand it. Like, what are you going to do with that clip if the worst case scenario happens? I got it on phone. I've got it on my phone, look. You know when he's lying there? I've got it. What? Like... Where's the barrier of sentimentality and respect? What does that clip do if something bad happens to that lad? Like, nothing. But people automatically go, oh, get my phone out. Anyway, the game's back and running now. Szoboszlai's done really well. And a free kick. Hi, Mark. I didn't see it, but hearing a description of how he landed, it's potential spine injury, and the blanket is to ward off shock. Might have been how he fell then. Could be how he fell. The blanket on him would be to ward off shock, Sean, but you don't put blankets around the person up in the air to ward off shock. That was to shield whatever was happening. Could be brain or spinal damage. Let's hope not, says Goliath. Can you think of a player signed due to international tournament play that has worked out, says Ben. That's for the chat. Nico says that Messi's got 837 goals and 374 assists in 1,000 matches. Ronaldo's got 895 goals and 250 in more matches. Messi has more. Yeah, Nico, you didn't listen to the question, did you? I said, who's the better player now, Ronaldo or Messi? Now, on ability, at their age, one in the Saudi League and the Euros, one in the Copa America and Inter. We're not doing a fact check on the background. And I made that very, very clear. Anyway, the match is ongoing. Hopefully we're going to get some positive updates on the Hungarian player. Look, you watch enough football. These things happen. Thankfully, they're very, very rare. You know, we all play football, five-a-side, down the park, competitive. It is a competitive game. It is occasionally dangerous, and it is a contact sport. You're never, ever, ever, ever going to stop those sort of things happening. And we've seen players passing out like Christian Eriksen in the last Euros. We don't want to see it. And, you know, we hope he's going to be okay. Robbo96 says, I didn't like how the camera lingered on him for a good few seconds before zooming out. That was sobering. Yeah, I don't blame the camera guy, though, Robbo, because in hindsight, you wouldn't do that. But, you know, you're also, like I just said, those things are so rare. And as a camera person, you're there to linger on a tackle. You're there to linger on a offside. You know, you're there to linger on what could be a penalty. So you're there to tell the story. And in this case, you're like, I wish I hadn't. But, you know, 19, you know, not even 99 times out of 100. 919. Oh, Scotland! Penalty. No. I thought it was. They might review that. He's through one-on-one. He's caught him. McTominay's still got his hands in the air. He's still got him in the air. He's going like this. Like this. I didn't see it. Well, I did, but I didn't see it. It looked like a penalty to me, but I'd need to see the replay. The game has opened up now. It was starting to open up anyway. Scotland still have, by the way, only had... let me just check this. 0 shots on target with 12 minutes to go. Ronaldo scored more goals this season than Messi scored since he left Barcelona. Ronaldo all day for me, says Gareth. Should Hungary have got a penalty for that, says Jack? I mean, we're not going to see multiple replays of it because we shouldn't. But from what I saw, I didn't see anything that looked like it was a... Here we're going to see the penalty for Scotland. Good ball by McTominay. Eye on the ball, eye on the ball, eye on the ball. Penalty. Penalty. That's a penalty, that. No, there's no if, but, or maybe. They've got to review it. Oh my God, they're not. I can't believe they've not given that. Incredible. It's a stonewall penalty. I mean, it's just no. I thought he was going to get a bit of the ball or something. He definitely takes his leg from behind. Oh, look. Ronaldo's won the poll against Messi by 59%, but more importantly, am I in the minority? Was it a pen for Scotland? Big decision. I think it was. Let us know your thoughts. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, get involved. Hopefully we'll hear something about the Hungarian player, but he's in the best possible hands, of course. Hungary need to score or they're going out. Yes, 1 point for them will not be enough. You're not going to go through in third place. Well, they won't be in third place either. They'll be in fourth place. You can't go through in fourth place regardless of how many you get. Maybe he was offside, Mark. Well, Switzerland are still beating Germany, by the way. 10 minutes to go there. Vidmar's just been booked. Goliath says, Hungary sub-striker. I've just put Midsummer Murders on. There's been a murder. There's been a murder. Tell Midsummer Murders there's been a murder. Scotland have been murdered there. That's a penalty, I'm telling you now. The referee has committed a crime. There's been a murder. Hungary's sub-striker is a unit. Scotland's cooked. What's his name? Adam. He is a unit. He looks like he should be playing rugby. Blake M says he stepped into the defender. Never a penalty. Oh, come on, Blake. We've all played the game. Oh! Ooh, offside. Yeah, there's a bit of simulation from the Scottish player, but he's got every right when he's in that position to move in front of the defender. We've all done that before. Well, remember Goldbridge took Scotland to the quarterfinals and my career mode. Shankland's coming on. He was my hero. 67% of you say it was a penalty. I'm convinced it was a penalty. Absolutely convinced. Don't forget, we've got every Euros game as a watch-along tomorrow. There's no 5 o'clock game tomorrow, but we're in the Goldbridge Arms. Join us tomorrow. Me and Will in the Goldbridge Arms at 8 o'clock for Croatia against Italy. And also from Tuesday, the 5 o'clock games are back again. I don't know why. I actually don't know why they didn't do a 5 o'clock game today and tomorrow and sort of gain a day, but I don't know. Maybe it's to do with gaps between the games. I don't know. Well, Scotland have got to have a go now. If you win, you're definitely going to be through. If you draw, I think it's going to be very difficult. They're very difficult. Goldio says neither deserve to go through. They're dreadful. Thank you very much for the super chats today. Why do you think it's not a penalty? I mean, I know why I think it is, but why do you think it's not? There's definite contact. Good defending. Come on, you've got to open up a little bit now. Amnesia, it won't be the first goalless game, unfortunately. We've already had France, Netherlands, haven't we? Thanks to Anthony Taylor and VAR. Good tackle. Good tackle by Hungary. They've got to commit players forward now. Both teams. You may as well. You've got to just commit. Into the box. Little dink to the back post. Robertson heads it away. If you were England manager and you won the Euros, surely you'd want some credit for it. Gareth Southgate's not the best, but if he wins it, he must get credit, says Reese the Beast. God, of course he will, mate. Of course he will. If he wins it. I got word from VAR it's not a penalty because John Cena, who's playing for Hungary, got a clean tackle on the ball. You just can't see him, says Jack. Another head collision. I mean, I don't think the Hungarian thing was a head collision, but we've had a lot of head collisions in this tournament, haven't we? I think that's a pen. Just seeing it again. I'm going to watch it again, actually. What? I've just got a black screen. Has everyone else got a black screen? What the hell? No, that's just mine, surely. It's just, the whole screen's just gone black. Oh, it's back now. No, it's all right now. Southgate probably going to get a Lord's seat or a Sir. Says go, oh yeah, he'll get Sir Gareth Southgate. Really does make a mockery of the awards honours list. We're probably going to get added on about 12 minutes here. So it says 86 minutes, but actually I'd pretend to yourself that it's really probably about 76 minutes. We've still got about 15 minutes to go, I reckon. Just my opinion. You know, don't shoot the messenger. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. Make sure you check out my England video from earlier on. England are a joke. Although I think I raised some good points. You know, we do have a sympathy culture in England where, you know, you almost can't be too critical. And I don't think it does us any favours. With the penalty shout, do you think the ref wanted to be sympathetic to Hungary after the injury, says Robbo? You know what, Robbo? I doubt it, but in fairness, those things, people are only human. Robertson coming off for Scotland. Germany aren't getting the calls either, says Nomad. Let me just have a pick. Look, Germany don't top the group if they don't equalise. What that means is that instead of playing maybe Denmark, Germany, they'll end up playing probably Italy or Croatia. And then in the quarterfinals, potentially England. Although, if they top the group, probably play Spain in the quarterfinals. So maybe Germany have done it tactically. You know, maybe they don't fancy that Spain side of the draw. You know, if Germany finish top of the group, you're probably getting Spain in the quarterfinal. Whereas if they finish second in the group, you could get probably England's group's winner, which is England. So maybe that's what they're looking at. I'll tell you what, Germany, England in a quarterfinal in a German tournament. So Gareth second place as Saint. Alvito says there's no way they're thinking that. I think teams have done that in the past, mate. I mean, I don't think that they are. I don't think that they are at all. But teams do that. I'm sure England did it one year. Oh, Hungary shoot wide. Right, we've hit 90 minutes, but there's going to be a hell of a lot of added on time here. God, if I go on to LBC News with Duncan Galastini again. "10 minutes added on. Good tackle there. I mean, Scotland have defended well. They just attacked crap. Nice ball into Adam. Into Szoboszlai. Don't shoot from there. Oh, he did. Good shot. Straight at the keeper. Probably should have passed. Save of the tournament from Neuer, says Sport. Matt Silcox, thanks for your super chat. Oh, is that a corner? No, it's just gone wide. Hungary definitely been the better team here in the second half. I tell you what, it's a shame that Switzerland-Germany wasn't the second game in the group, because it's been hard to keep an eye on what has been a only 4 minutes added on there. Nagelsmann looks like he wants a fight. Who would Switzerland get if they top the group? Oh my God, Hungary again. Scotland are giving up here. Yeah, so if Switzerland win, they're probably going to play, presuming England beat Slovenia, Denmark or Serbia. Hit the post. Hit the bloody post. England also played in Frankfurt and played bad. Maybe it's a bad pitch, says Said. Here's Szoboszlai again. That's a free kick. No, he's not giving it. That was a free kick. I think you need to mumble up all the star player names in England anymore when making a new video. Why should they win and why they're bad, says LOL. Thank you very much. Look, Scottish fans, I wanted you to do it, but you've not had a shot on target in 90 minutes. It's dreadful, isn't it? Germany have equalised. Sorry. Cross comes in. And it's a lovely header. It's Fulkrug, isn't it? Again, second goal of the tournament. Lovely header. He's good. He's good. I like him a lot. He's good. It's a great header. It's a great header. That's two really good finishes from him in this tournament so far. There's the smasher against Scotland, and that header's brilliant. 92nd minute. They'll love that in Germany as well. They'll love that. So that puts them onto the same side of the draw as Spain. And it could make England's job a little bit easier because Switzerland would probably be the quarter-final opponent now. Germany-Spain quarter-final probably. Switzerland-England quarter-final probably. You can't save that one. No, you can't, Paul. Fulkrug, yeah. Surely we get a goal here. It makes no sense. 0-0 makes no sense. You may as well go two at the back. Like, you know, they may as well be. They both may as well just say, "Sod it." It doesn't really matter if a draw doesn't help anyone. England won't go past round of 16 with how they're playing. It depends who we get, really, mate. The pathway's looking good. Switzerland in the quarterfinals. Slovenia to get into the last 16 and finish top of the group. And if we finish top of the group, we've got third place in D, E, or F group, which means that I don't know how you get it, but I don't know whether that's in order. But D is maybe Austria. Does that mean you get Group D first? Explain this to me. So if England get through as top of the group, they play third place in Group D, E or F. Does that mean if Group D have a third place qualifier, it's D first, and then if you don't, you go to E or F? How does it work? Oh my God. McTominay. Scooby don't. How's he missed that? He's in shock. I'm in shock. How's he missed this? Still haven't had a shot on target. Would have been offside anyway. I'll tell you what. That is a piece of piss. That is such an easy chance. And he's put it over the bar. He would have been offside anyway. Yeah, well, at least both teams are going for it now. It's about bloody time. Don't shoot from there. That was a waste. That was an absolute waste. Still 3 minutes to go. Yeah, does anybody understand how they allocate the third place matches? Because England, if they finish top of the group, play third place from D, E or F. Is that pulled out of a hat, or do you actually play third place from D if they've got one first, and if not, you go to E, and if not, you go to F? Scotland on the attack. It's opening up. And... oh, throw in. It's my birthday on the 13th, and I'm hoping England bring it home for my 18th birthday. Love the stream, says AMK. I hope you get it. I hope you get that. I want to see England win something in my life. It's drawn out of a pot, says Mick. Okay. Good save by the keeper. Scotland are pushing now, finally. They've had their first shot on target in the 97th minute. Yeah, I've got no idea how they allocate the third place thing. It's weird to me. Somebody said it would be Switzerland or Italy. No. Oh, yeah, 2B. Yeah, you're right, yeah. Scotland with the cross. It's there! Oh, corner. It's Scotland pushing now. Erin says Scotland have slept the whole match and now they're coming. Germany is finished with Switzerland 1-1. Mark, there is a wiki table format at Euro knockout round. Yeah, I just don't know how they allocate them out, though. That's what I mean. Scotland are confirmed for third. It doesn't mean they get it, though. We've got to score. Oh, he's blocked it. What a tackle. And now it's Hungary on the attack. Szoboszlai, he ain't got the pace. He has. Go, run! He's offside, surely. Terrible. He's got to be offside. He's got to be offside. They've scored! Hungary have scored! Oh my God! I think he might be offside on the first pass. But we've got a goal for Hungary. Scotland will be heading out. Hungary still could go out with 3 points, but Scotland are definitely out if this goal is given. We knew this would happen. Scotland at the other end had an amazing chance blocked. And Hungary went on the attack. And they've scored. Barbara says Scotland have been robbed. You can't be robbed, Barbara, when you've had no shots on target for 90 minutes. But there might be an offside on that first pass. I just think... Look, this is it. Scotland here, look, look. Number 8, great tackle. Here we go. Watch this. Watch number 20. Is he offside on this pass here? I thought he was... Oh, he's off. That is narrow. That is close. He might be on. At this late stage, it won't really matter if it's not for Scotland. I don't think 2 points will keep him in it. It's onside. A lot of people saying it's onside. Did Scooby go invisible again? I watched Germany. Says he had a good chance. I think it was offside though. As things stand, England play Austria in round 16, says Goliath. I don't know how it works with the third place thing. Well, some people might want Hungary. Well, it's given. It's given. It's Shay given. Maybe with what's happened with the Hungarian player, there'll be a lot of people, myself included, happy for Hungary. The final whistle goes. Hungary win 1-0. There'll be a lot of emotion on that pitch. Scotland have had an enjoyable time. The fans. But this has been an emotional evening. A horrific injury to a Hungarian player, which many of us didn't see, thank God, as they put the blankets up. And we pray and hope that that player makes a full recovery. But the drama of the Euros continues. We actually shouldn't have even had a 0-0 in this tournament. And we didn't get one here tonight. It was a brilliant end to what's been quite a frustrating game. But I think on the balance of play in the second half, that's how the group looks. Hungary are alive at the moment. 3 points might not be enough to get through as one of the fourth place. So there's 6 groups. 4 of the third place teams will go through. 3 points probably will be enough for Hungary, but it might not be, depending on what happens in the other games. Remember, this is the first group to complete, so we'll have to wait and see what happens in the other groups. But, for example, in the Italy group, it's impossible, unless Croatia beats Italy. No. If Italy beat Croatia or draw with Croatia, then neither Albania or Croatia can finish third place with 3 points. So that would be 1 down. So it would be looking good for Hungary. But it's going to change by the day. Let's have a look at the stats. I mean, I don't think this is going to make for very pretty reading for the Scots, to be honest with you. And, you know, Hungary, 6 corners to Scotland's 2. 5 shots on target to Scotland's 0. 14 shots to Scotland's 5. There can be no feeling of injustice. There can't. They came into the tournament with concerns about the ability to score goals, and I think they've defended rather okay, Scotland, to be fair. But the Germany game was a write-off, but when you look at the Hungary game, and you look at the Switzerland game where they actually got a point, Scotland's problem has not really been defence. It's been the inability to score goals. Wales in the World Cup now, Scotland in the Euros. Bottle job, says Goliath. I told everyone, says Jack, Scotland would finish 4th, and my family ridiculed me and said I wasn't Scottish. Sorry, lads, I have common sense. Still, I'm not happy, says Jack. Thank you very much, Jack. Look, I wanted Scotland to go through. I think they've been a welcome addition to the tournament. I think it's been great to see the fans out there in Scotland. But you just didn't really ever feel any... You've got to score goals. You've got to score goals. Exactly, Paul. You've got to score goals. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. This is where we're at the business end of the tournament now, of course. This is going to get exciting all the way through because it's go-home time, isn't it? Scotland are the first team to go home. Poland will be going home, obviously, but they've got to play their final game. But every game now, somebody goes home. Even though we're not in the knockout stages, people are going home. And that's just the way it is. And that adds something to it. And when you get that drama like we got with that goal there, It's just, you know, I think it's been a great tournament. I really, really do. I think it's been a great, great tournament, and I'm enjoying it. But there has to be losers. I hope Hungary don't make it. Don't want to see them again, says Kenneth. I've got no idea how it works with who gets who, because I wouldn't mind England getting Hungary. Can we get Hungary? Apparently we can't get Hungary because we play D, E or F, third place, which means that we get either Portugal's group, so probably Czech Republic. I don't think they're going to make it. Slovakia, or maybe get Romania, or maybe Austria or Netherlands. I don't know. Yeah. Have a beer on me on Tuesday. Let's bring it home, says Matt Silcox. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Anyway, I will let you get off. It's been I don't know if there's been any updates on the Hungarian player yet. I suspect there probably won't be for a while because it looked quite serious. But lots of people taking the piss out of Scotland. Lovely stuff. No updates at the moment. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll hopefully get some later. We're too slow, lethargic, and says Goliath, I don't deserve this. Not my fault. I was born here, says Jack. Spurs way says I'm close to jumping into Loch Ness. Okay, on that one, it's been a really interesting stream. Thanks everyone for joining me for it. Tomorrow night we'll be in the Goldbridge Arms, which will be good fun. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. Don't forget to check out the new book. You can pre-order it. It's behind me there, and then you can scan the QR code, and obviously the links in the video description as well. Get your pre-order in. Audible. You can enter the competition as well. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Have a great evening, day, or whatever you're doing.